Power is ours, will always be ours. And we're grateful to be here. We're grateful to be live. We're grateful for the viewers who's not watching live. This is a Leaders Are Readers Challenge. I'm the host, KingLeonX, also known as Dr. Abundance. Today we're going to be reading from A Better Way to Live. I'm out of Philadelphia right now, and may the words of this text go stretch past the walls of this building and touch the hearts and souls of the people that's near. This book's by Og Mandino. It's A Better Way to Live. Leaders Are Readers Challenge. I'm the founder of Leaders Are Readers Challenge. You pick up a book, record yourself reading 1 to 3 pages. Challenge your timeline to do the same. Reading is fundamental. Got my daughters in the building. And how you expect your children to love reading and have an admiration for reading if they don't even see you read? You feel me? So leaders are readers. We about to read from A Better Way to Live. Right? So if you got your youth nearby, your children or any children around, I suggest that they see you read. They see you read in silent. They hear you read out loud. And you don't just have to read them children's books. You could read out loud the books that are necessary for you to learn and for you to grow and for you to develop. So I'm reading from A Better Way to Live today, and we're going at starting at Rule 5. Rule 5 for A Better Way to Live. Build this day on a foundation of pleasant thoughts. Never fret any imperfections that you may impede your progress. Remind yourself as often as necessary that you are a creature of God and have the power to achieve any dream by lifting up your thoughts. You can fly when you decide that you can. Never consider defeat again. Let the vision in your heart be in your life's blueprint. Smile. Right? So that's Rule 5 for A Better Way to Live. We about to break it down. I'm about to read it again. And then we're gonna show you how to actually comprehend. If you got a computer or a tablet, you can look up Og Mandino, A Better Way to Live. While you're watching me, you can pull up the PDF and you can actually see the words. You feel me? You can actually see the words that we're reading. Rule 5 for A Better Way to Live. Hold on. Excuse me. Rule 5 for A Better Way to Live. Build this day on a foundation of pleasant thoughts and never fret any imperfections that you may impede your progress. Remind yourself as often as necessary that you are a creature. Hey, Sam, come on. Oh, you done with your chips? Here, hold on. I got you. Hold on. Remind yourself. Yeah. Remind yourself that you are a creature of progress. And you have the power to achieve any dream by lifting up your thoughts. Here. Yo, 2 seconds, 1 second. Yeah, so having the active youth is cool. We in the building. I'll always not go loud because I'm like, when is the time that I don't got my daughters? I always got my daughters. I'm an entrepreneur. Everything I do is with them. I'm just going to be the bull. All my followers and all my viewers, they going to know that I got my daughters with me. And you're going to hear them in the background. You heard? But that can't stop the info. That can't stop us sharing information. That can't stop me from creating content. That can't stop the words and the perspectives from being documented. You feel me? These is our home birth daughters. Anyway. Build this day on a foundation of pleasant thoughts. Never fret any imperfections that you may impede your progress. Remind yourself as often as necessary that you are a creature of God and you have the power to achieve any dream by lifting up your thoughts. You can fly when you decide you can. Never consider defeat again. Let that vision in your heart be in your life's blueprint. Smile. So I like how I start right at the beginning. It say, build this day on the foundation of them. Build this day on the foundation of pleasant thoughts. So it's like the foundation, that's the fundamentals, that's the basics, that's everything that we need. Hold on, baby, hold on. That's everything that we need to like set up ourselves for the whole day, for the next minute, for the next hour, for the next week, for the next month, for the next year. It's the foundation. Build this day on a foundation of pleasant thoughts. So can you identify pleasant thoughts? Can you identify what thoughts are pleasant? Can you identify what thoughts are desirable? The thoughts that are indesirable? Can you use your willpower to not hold on to those thoughts, but even if they creep in, remind yourself of the pleasant thoughts? Build this day on the foundation of pleasant thoughts. What's the purpose of pleasant thoughts? What we focus on expands. What we recognize, we energize. So when we're focusing on pleasant thoughts, that's what we'll receive, because life is a mirror. It's cause and effect. If we put in pleasant thoughts, we'll receive pleasant experiences to then what? Recreate more pleasant thoughts. So rule 5 for a better way to live is build this day on a foundation of pleasant thoughts. That's that's part 1. The second part, never fret any imperfections that may impede your progress, because that's just fear. That's fear trying to creep in. That's self-doubt trying to creep in. That's you believing in 2 powers, good and evil. It's only good. It's only God. Only God exists. And you don't have to believe in evil. You don't have to use your will and your imagination and your faith to believe in evil. You don't have to have faith in evil, is what I'm saying. You could remind yourself to never fret. Put it as a ritual. Put it as a resolution. Resolve to never fret at any of your imperfections, because the imperfections you have you like, oh, these imperfections might have me impede in my progress. Oh, I'm in my own way. I'm my own worst enemy. Don't even fear that. Don't even fret, because it's a lesson in every single one of those setbacks. Right? Remind yourself as often as necessary that you are a creature of God. Right? God being the most high thought, the original thought, the original substance from which thoughts come from, and the actual place in which those thoughts are manifested, all at the same time. Right? Time, space, matter. God. Past, present, future. God. Right? Solid, liquid, gas. God. You are a creature of God and have the power to achieve any dream by lifting up your thoughts. Lifting up your thoughts. If you know, we know about chakras, right? Yeah, we know about chakras. We know about chakras, right? So these is energy centers, energy vortexes within our body. The root chakra is based on survival. And the physical world, the crown chakra is based on enlightenment. You feel me? And the oneness of it all, right? And so it said, what did it say? It said, you have the power to achieve any dream by what? What's the formula? How do you achieve any dream? By lifting up your thoughts. Has anybody ever heard of the book Think and Grow Rich? Has anybody ever heard of the book Think and Grow Rich? Yeah, if you heard of the book Think and Grow Rich, you know what I mean. That's why it says think and grow rich, because you have the power to achieve any dream by lifting up your thoughts. It's your stinking thinking that's in the way of your own manifestation of your own results, and your stinking thinking that's in the way of your own action. One step at a time is not too difficult. It's only one step. and then another step, and then another step. You're thinking about 1,000 steps or 2,000, 20,000, 50,000 steps, and that's not your job. Focus on the step that's ahead of you. Take that step, the next step. I promise you'll have enough energy. I promise. And if you don't, you got enough time to just sit down and take a breath. But remember, you could breathe throughout, and you get your energy from breath, and you get your energy from mind, and you are energy. So actually having purpose and lifting up our thoughts, then the things that is on our mind is not taking our energy. It's not vampire thoughts. It's not sucking our blood. It's not draining us, but it's actually giving us more and more and more and more life. Like the things that I'm talking about right now, lifting up my thoughts, lifting up my words, lifting up my abilities, is giving me more and more and more energy to do the same, not drain it. But hey, what if I was arguing? What if I was arguing and screaming and calling names and about to fight? Anytime you about to fight or you get done fighting or even play wrestling, it take energy. It's just way too much energy. And I used to think I had the unlimited energy because I do be tapped into the unlimited source. But you could waste a lot of energy and still not get the result that you want. So it's about results. And the smoothest and the fastest and the most harmonious way to get to the results. So this one thing I learned from Rob Sonder as an actual habit, not as an idea, but as a habit. Not even as a habit, as a lifestyle. Not even as a lifestyle, but the character of just not putting too much energy into things that have already proven to not yield the desired result. There's no desire. The desired outcome. There's no. You feel me? You could redirect like water. Water's not going to try and go through this book. Water's not going to try and go through anything. It's just going to go around. Whatever comes up, it just flows. And just Water could flow. It could crash. You feel me? It could drown you. It could heal you. You feel me? And you could have fun in it. But it's just water, depending on how much of it and what position it's in. It's always still going to flow. It's going to take up as much space as available for it, but not more. Right? And if anything's in its way, it's just going to go around it. Right? So Bruce Lee said, be like water. I wonder why. Right? How can we be like water, though, when we meet obstacles and we meet difficulties and we meet failures time and time again? How can we do that? We can do that by lifting up our thoughts. We're on Rule 5 of A Better Way to Live, right, by Og Mandino. If you got the book, it's page 68. He said, remind yourself as often as necessary. That means this whole video I'm going to be reminding us, right? Because repetition is the mother of learning. This whole speech I'm going to be reminding us, because repetition is the mother of learning, that we're creatures of God and we have the power to achieve any dream by lifting up our thoughts. Right? What if you thought you was a creature of the devil, creature of the world, or something much low, or something that God was actually created? If you was a creature of a creation, nah, you a creature of the Creator. Which is why you think. That's why you're a thinking being, and you have the power to create. And what you put your focus on actually manifests. What you think about in your heart, in secret, in time, always manifests and always shows itself. Right? You human, man being the species, man being man and woman, woman being man with a womb, the original man, womb man, right? Man, the species are thinking beings. And we think to manifest. That's why it's called manifestation. Manifestation. What's a fest? That's a festival. That's a feast. It's man feasting on manifestation. Asian. That's what's Asian, you know? Oh, I wish I had my other phone. So we look up like manifestation though, right? Nation, imagination. You manifesting from your imagination. You're feeding you're feeding your imagination to bring it to form. And you're feeding off of that. That's how you use your brain. That's how you use your mind. That's what brain and mind does when it meets. It thinks and it creates. It's a manifesting tool. It's a sending and receiving station. So you could lift your thoughts to the highest of the high. This is what I'm saying. And you don't have to wait to do it. You can fly when you decide you can. This is what it says. You can fly when you decide you can. When you decide you can fly, that's when you can fly. Not before, right? But when you decide you can fly, you can fly. Those who think who said that? Henry Ford, he said, those who think they can and those who think they can't are both usually right, right? Those who think they can and those who think they can't are both usually right. What you think in the heart, that's what's going to manifest in reality, because you always have to be right. You're the center of your own universe and you're always going to be right. So the desires of your heart is going to be manifested in form, not the desires of your mind, not the desires of your conscious mind. Right? Your conscious mind hears luxury and you think, ooh, luxury. Oh, you think, ooh, abundance. Oh, you think, ooh, love and harmony. These things would be good. But in silent, your heart is envious. In silent, your heart is blaming, complaining, making excuses, criticizing. And then this is what you get. This is what you see. More to blame, complain, make excuses, and criticize about. More to be envious about. More to be jealousy about. More to be jealous about. But Willie Lynch said, in his drawing, Willie Lynch said, he said envy and jealousy and distrust is stronger than fear. He said with the divide and conquer, John, he said we're just gonna apply and we're gonna divide and then create envy and jealousy over something that's natural, over natural things that can't change. We're going to create envy and jealousy over natural things that can't change. We're going to create envy and jealousy over height, short versus tall, right? We're going to create envy and jealousy of age, old versus young, right? We're going to create envy and jealousy versus sex, man versus woman. We're going to make envy and jealousy over complexion, light versus dark, right? And then from these differences, we're gonna teach them to focus on the differences, and we're gonna define this light means this and dark means that, and so people are gonna be attached to those things because that's what we're gonna teach them, is to identify with the differences, and then they're gonna create differences of their own, and then there'll be a self-perpetuating, envious, jealous, distrustful culture. Because where we focus on expands. We're not lifting our thoughts up high. That's right. Who's teaching us as a youth? I'm teaching my daughters, right, to stand guard at the door of their mind. But who taught me that? I had to learn from my own experiences. I had to learn from the walking through the valleys of the shadows of death, fearing evil, and then being reminded that I wasn't given the spirit of fear, but power. So then I shouldn't fear evil. Right? I'm here to be still up in the midst of death, of poverty, of degradation, of murder, of discontent. You feel me? And see health, see wealth, see harmony, because that's what's secretly on my heart. And so that's what manifests. You see how faith works? That's what it's called, faith. The faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, right? So you open your eyes just because you wrote a goal or you thought of something good, right? It's going to be tested. All good will be attacked. It's not your job to think that test is personal and then go trying to fight and kill the tester or whatever and try and chase them down. Because what are you doing? You're off mission. You're off course. You're off path. What you're supposed to do is realize that this is just a test. And you could pass the test. This is just an obstacle. You could become bigger than the obstacle. We don't have to blame, make excuses, criticize. We can lift our thoughts to the highest, realize that we're connected to the connector of it all. And then from that point, we fly when we decide we want to fly. We play the piano. Watch, I'm in the 90 days of elevated living. I got Rob Sonder right here. In what, 30 seconds or less? You taught me some keys. You taught me some drum. And I'm like, oh, I could play the piano. Listen, I start doing it myself. I'm like, oh, I'm about to learn this. And starting as an entry level, I'm about to document it and then get real good and then make a course on how to play and how to learn the piano and the mindset of it. You feel me? Because I decided I could. right? And then people will tap in and tune in, and people that are professionals, they'll laugh and be like, how he does it wrong, oh, he's horrible. And then people that don't play the piano, they'll be like, oh, that's inspiring, you know, and in the mix, and then they'll comment, because not everybody is going to have the same reaction to your truth or to what you put out to anything. That's the universal law of perception. That's the universal law of perspective. Right? So people is going to have their own positions from where they're standing at, and that's all good. They say the day the Christian church was started, it was a sincere presentation that was gave, and then they had mockers and laughers. You feel me? They had people that didn't know what's going on. You feel me? They had people that didn't believe. You feel me? They had people that was confused and perplexed, and then they had those that believed. And the speaker only cared about those that believed. And they said the first day, they said it was 3,000 believers. I had a bunch of first days, but I never had 3,000 believers on the first day. You feel me? But listen, it's all law of averages, right? But when we lift our thoughts up, then we become a level, we're growing into a level 10 person, or a Christ conscious, not even, what's beyond Christ conscious is enlightenment, right? Not even having to be mindful of abundant thoughts, because that's who we already naturally are. It comes from pulling ourselves up, lifting ourselves up. If our thoughts is on sex, drugs, murder, violence, poverty, lack, that's low. You're only concerned with your flesh. You're not concerned with your spirit. You're not even really concerned with your health, your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health, your economic health. You're not concerned with these things. You feel me? You're selfish, actually. You're not even being the best that you could be. You're not even being the best that you could be. You're not even putting in all of the actual work. Hold on. You're not even putting in all the actual work that's necessary for you to put in to be successful, right? You just focus on the physical world and thinking, oh, if I just do this, you off balance. That's like trying to plant tomatoes in the sand. You ain't gonna get your result. You could be diligent all day, and you could be busy. You could wake up every day. I got you, baby. I got you. Hold on one second. I'm about to end it. I got you. I'm going to take you potty. Hold on. I got you. I'm about to end it. We wrapping it up, right? And it's like going to plant tomatoes in the sand, right? You could go and every single day and plant, and then the next day go water and water and water. You're not going to get your harvest. You feel me? You got to be better than a guard worker. You got to be smart. You got to be sincere. I got you. And so you can fly when you think you can. Never consider defeat again. Let the vision in your heart be your life's blueprint. And smile. That's from your brother. I got you. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. I got you. It's Dr. Abundance. I'm going back to being a father. But that was 22 minutes of power. 22 minutes of love. And 22 minutes of harmony and justice. You heard me? So until the next time I see y'all, like, comment, share this video. Go to bornroyaltymusic.com. Support, grab some merch. You feel me? Listen to some tunes. Read the blog. You feel me? Get a course or whatever. You feel me? The power is ours. It will always be ours. Peace.